Mediate. Well, this is paragraph 22, dispute resolution. We start with mediation. I've had an agent in my office mediate a referral fee, and let me just say the people in car and the mediators and everybody in the field who does this is very professional. And my opinion of mediation changed even before I became a broker. In the beginning, in the early 90s, I didn't see mediation working very often. Over time, and it might be because the mediators got better, but it might be because litigation got so expensive, I see mediation working more and more. So working with a good mediator might get the job done, whether it's with against other clients or other brokers. Arbitration of disputes. This is B. This is, I find almost everyone signs because it saves money. They agree to sign this arbitration clause rather than not sign it, which would, in my opinion, leave them open for litigation. Now, there are times stronger parties with more money on big deals might not want to risk arbitration. They might want the security of a court and the appellate process to rule the day if they're the deeper pockets, and they also feel like they stand more to risk. But I would say, because litigation is so expensive for most people, they should seriously consider signing the arbitration of disputes provision. Not always. And, okay, let me go back to my legal training. My legal training says you should not agree to arbitration. You should go to court because you can vindicate your rights. Practically, because it's so expensive to litigate, you might want to consider the arbitration clause. I guess that's what I'm trying to say there. Let's move to C, because this is interesting. Exclusions. The following matters are excluded from mediation, arbitration, judicial or non-judicial foreclosure, or other action or proceeding to enforce a deed of trust, mortgage, or installment land contract as defined by Civil Code 2985, an unlawful detainer action in any matter that is within jurisdiction of probate, small claims, or bankruptcy court. Now, so if you're a seller and you put a second, you gave the buyer a second, and you're foreclosing now because the mortgage wasn't being paid, it looks to me like it's going to be hard for the buyer to say, you can't foreclose on me, you have to mediate or arbitrate. So that's my take on that. You'll know, well, if you're getting near arbitration, you can see up here there's provisions with respect to how discovery is going to be respected. That discovery provision is right. The party shall have the right to discovery in accordance with Code of Civil Procedure, section 1238.05. If you have to sue to preserve a statute of limitations or record a lis pendens, or mechanic's lien, that's okay. Brokers shall not be obligated nor compelled to mediate or arbitrate unless they agree to do so in writing. Any broker participating in mediation or arbitration shall not be deemed a party to this agreement. I'm not really sure what... I mean, in the end, if you go down and read this, it specifically states brokers are not a party to this agreement. And I agree with that. It makes a lot of sense. And if an agent is going to... No, if a homeowner or buyer is upset, they're going to have an RLA, the listing agreement, that has provisions in there with respect to arbitration and mediation. So if a buyer's unhappy with the buyer's broker, I guess that's what we're dealing with here. So a broker might agree to arbitrate or mediate, but they're not part of this agreement, is what Carr is telling us. All right. Basically, if this is important to you, put a question there, and I'll spend more time analyzing that because I'm still not sure. This seems just so superfluous to me in most circumstances. Any broker participating in mediation or arbitration shall not be deemed a party to this agreement. So a broker might be called as a witness, but they're not therefore a party to the agreement. Maybe that's what that's trying to get at. Thanks. We'll move on to 23 next.